Welcome to MyTrack Training. Today we're going to discuss purchase orders. Purchase order is what you send to your supplier or your vendor to receive goods and services back in return for payment. A purchase order in MyTrack is accessed through the purchase order ribbon bar, purchase orders. On the left hand side you'll see a search screen. The nice thing about the search is you can say I want to see all my open purchase orders, and then hit search and the system will display in a list all your open purchase orders, which you could then click and scroll through them. On the right hand side is your actual purchase order, which you will be sending to your vendor or supplier. I'm going to create a new purchase order by clicking the new button down below. This is a simple purchase order I'm creating where you could first get a list of all your suppliers, and you'd go scroll through or type in a value, or you could even hit the plus button to create a new party, new supplier. As I select a supplier, MyTrack automatically fills in the header information with the supplier information. If the supplier had a ship via set up, supplier terms set up, and you can actually adjust those as you're going through. We can hit save, and the header of your purchase order is created with the purchase order number on the right hand side. When you create your header and select your custom party, you could actually go to the build to and drop shipment section where you could actually change the address and actually have the purchase order drop shipped. I am now going to add a line item or two to this purchase order. If I hit the edit button, it enables the add PO line. I'm going to hit add. There are multiple ways to add, but in this simple example we're just going to add by doing a straight part in the system. So I could click on the part number field and begin typing. The system will bring up any items which match that part number. I could filter just to show certain types of material, or search for the description or a specific vendor part number or serial number. Once I select an item part number, you'll be presented with a line item screen where you could type in the quantity that you're ordering, the price, and the price would have come from the item if you had them preset up in the system, or you could hit the little search window and the system would bring up specific pricing for that item. Now as you see, we have an extended amount. You could have comments, and at this point I'm going to save my purchase order line item. I could add a second line item to the purchase order. I select that item, put in a quantity, put my price in, put a minimum. I could actually add a lot more information. I'm going to hit OK again. So I have two line items on my purchase order. My purchase order has a value of $425. I could put some freight charges on there, and I could actually go back in and edit any line item. When you create a purchase order, the key about inventory in MyTrack is the ordered quantity will go up by the quantity you're ordering. So at any time you know your outstanding purchase orders that are open for any specific item. That is the basics of creating a purchase order. The next step in the future would be to create a receiver. As those items or goods and services come in the door, you need to create a receiver to match up with the items that are being received. That will be discussed in a future video. This is an introduction to purchase orders.